what the implication of this suspension will be on the membership of these representatives in the House. And I'm talking about the minority leader in particular. Does that mean he's perhaps not the minority leader for this period? Or what does it mean?
You see, the Nigerian Constitution says that to be a member of the House or any legislation in Nigeria, you must be sponsored by a political party. The Constitution also does not allow for independent candidates. Therefore, when you have an unruly member of the House and you have a tyrannical party, where does the middle stand? I laughed when I heard this statement because if I remember the politics of the First Republic, the party ensures that when a candidate is coming to contest an election, they give him an unsigned resignation letter. Say, sign that you have resigned your seat in the House or in the Senate. So when he becomes unruly or works against the party will just quietly slip in. Outside that, the party does not have control over any other member. Once you are elected into the House, on the platform of the political party, that toga of the party ceases to permeate around you.
So this sort of has no effect?
No effect on membership, on proceedings in the House.
So the PDP saying that they still believe Honorable Chinda is the minority leader does not exactly count
Well,
here.
that's in their secretariat. They can call him the leader, but in the House, it's Elumelu who is the minority
So
leader.
which counts, secretariat or the House?
Oh, the House. That's where proceedings are done.
Okay. So let's rejoin Mr. Odeyemi. Now, you've heard Chief Clerk here in the studio. Now, the suspension has come, the issues have been raised. But then the question is, what's the way forward, especially for the PDP, which is the party that is meant to keep the APC on its toes? With this sort of division, how do you hope to keep the APC on its toes?
We will definitely refer it, and the disciplinary committee back to the party on the necessary steps to take. And now in the disciplinary committee, we have eminent citizens, people who are experienced in the parliament, and people of importance in PDP. They will definitely come up with a solution. They will definitely make a recommendation to the party, which will be followed. And just like I said, we have political solution to every matter. So whatever it is, we look into the books. We will consult the legal department, and we will seek opinions of our leaders to arrive at a conclusion in such a way that our party will come out stronger as against the expectation that this will cause a rancor among the party.
All right, thank you very much. Now, Honorable Wokocha, final thoughts on this issue. Before I need to ask Dr. Cairo some questions, but let me get your final thoughts on this.
Hello?
Hello. If you can hear me, Honorable Wokocha, your final thoughts on this before we move to the major issue.
My final thought on this is that, well, the PDP, as a big party, will go back home, will tidy up for the records, but at the end of the day, I know that we'll come out strong. But one thing is sure, we're going to give a very robust opposition on the floor, and with Elumelu leading us, it's going to be a wonderful outing. That even order, the APC will not see us as a pushover, and it can never happen. Thank you.
So we'll sort of hold you to your words. Thank you so much. So let's move from the National Assembly to the executive. And the big question, it's over 1 month into the next level administration of President Buhari. And one issue that appears to remain unresolved is the formation of the Federal Executive Council. Dr. Cairo Ojogbo, thank you so much for your patience. Now, there's been so much anticipation of the president's ministerial list, and I'm sure you will understand the position of a lot of Nigerians. I mean, they want to see the dream team in quotes. But then some people are saying there will probably be nothing different in this next level. What do you have to say to that?
Let me say this. The president that Nigerians elected and the president of Nigeria is very capable. He is very extremely well positioned to run the affairs of this country. And he is very capable to put together a team, a formidable team, to realize the objective of the next level agenda. And there should be no fear anywhere. Nobody should entertain any fear because as it is, you can see that he's taking very short steps in bringing together Nigerians and people who are capable of running the administration with him. Of course, people, the opposition and persons who are not in agreement, they can have their say, they have the freedom to have their say, but the president is in a position to do and to say and to do it the way he knows that it will benefit this country. And that is what the president is doing.
Are you saying that this is regardless of what Nigerians desire?
Or you can...
Dr. Cairo, are you saying this is regardless what Nigerians desire? I mean, a lot of Nigerians are anticipating, in fact, eagerly anticipating a cabinet. But you say the president, has the right to do whatever. But then, how do you factor in what Nigerians are also yearning for?
No, of course. The Nigerians they are yearning for a cabinet, and the cabinet must come. And the president is taking his time, making preparation, and because it's a huge country, and you do not expect the president to make mistakes. You don't expect him to just grab people from the street. There are processes of vetting nominees. There are processes of bringing about what will be beneficial to this country. And yes, it must come. The president must, and he will, but be rest assured, he will make no mistakes. And that is what is going on. He is somebody who is desirous of getting this country out of the woods.
All right.
You know that the country as it is, and the way he has been piloting the country, the way Nigerians rose up and accepted him, voted for him to come back, is somebody who is not willing, and he will not fail Nigerians.
All right, Dr. Cairo Jobo, let's come to Lagos now and get the perspective of Chief Clark.
Will not fail Nigerians.
All right, so Chief Clark, I hate to sound like a broken record, but the president had, as it were, 4 years to sort of prepare for another 4 years. And, a lot of reasons have been given. He has said Nigeria is a big country. But you take a look at India, for example, 1.3 billion people. The prime minister assembled his cabinet hours after he was sworn into office. So the question is, what does the constitution say about this? And is there like a time frame, or can we just wait for as long as possible?
Well, there is no time frame. That is clear. The only minister the president has to appoint is the Attorney General, which the Constitution says he must have an attorney. All other ministers, if I quote my good friend Obasanjo's, what he told me, he says the Constitution says under Section 5, all executive powers are vested in me. It is only those powers that I do not need to exercise that I give out to ministers who will be clinically examined by the Senate to do that job. So there is no one is not bound to take any minister except the Attorney General. There is no time limit. But look at Nigeria. Under our constitution, we have what you call geographical spread, all these things which are not in other. So when you find a president sitting down, he must observe what the constitution says. And these are the constraints he has. I believe that are his constraints, that he must satisfy all the geographical spread.
So are we looking at some form of constitutional reform in that area?
Well, there's no need for constitutional reform at all.
All right. So I'd like to get Mr. Odeyemi's final thoughts on the program. We have to go now. But Mr. Odeyemi, you have listened to the different arguments concerning the president's cabinet. In 30 seconds, what's your take moving forward?
It's unfortunate that we are speaking grammar on television to Nigeria, whose only language they understand is having a minister and having their affairs being piloted in such a way that the events and activities of the presidency will put smiles on their faces. As it is now, nothing is working in Nigeria. As far as we are concerned, the government is confused and there is stagnation in Nigeria because there are no ministers.
Mr. Odeyemi, I think that how much we can take tonight. We'd like to thank you so much for your time. We've been having the pleasure of Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Dr. Robert Clark, with us.
I'm not a doctor.
Apologies. I guess I just had to put that in, but apologies. Robert Clark, a Senior Advocate of Nigeria.
Thank you very
in the
much.
Studio. And in Abuja, Dr. Cairo Ojogbo. He's an APC chieftain and a former lawmaker. Right next to him is Mr. Darlington Wokocha, PDP member in the House of Representatives. And joining us via Skype, Mr. Diron Odeyemi, Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party. Well, that's our show for tonight, everyone. Thank you for watching. I'm Cairo.